good bulwarks are seriously MVPs. I'm tired of pretending they're not. I just got out of a lethal Inferno op, and the brother I was lucky to have, who was playing bulwark, must have done the full heal trick at least 5 times on me without being prompted. I was playing assault and got in some tricky situations. Yeah, that makes sense. It's the exact same feeling as having your card decline at the grocery store and someone very attractive stepping up to pay for you and give you a hug at the same time. Okay, so okay, this is pretty hilarious. Bulwarks are getting some love, and I like to see it. Hats off to the bulwark that sacrificed himself and saved the lethal run. Was playing Termination. We got to the end of the fight, and things weren't looking good. It was low health, but so were we. No armor and maybe a sliver of health left on each of us, and a new wave of Tyranids rushing in. The Heavy and I were going for execution on these Tyranid warriors to get some armor back. The bulwark, instead of parrying an attack, he chose to put down his chapter banner, so we got all of our health back and some armor. But he paid the ultimate price. All gave some, he gave all. So yeah, I guess he got focused by the Tyranids. Dude, yeah, that banner is very clutch, man. Really enjoying seeing Bulwark getting some love as a support class. We ended up beating the mission. The Heavy was swarm clearing behind me while I was shot the Titan with the lasers. That's what it says, man. Sometimes it's hard to read these things. Yeah, so the Heavy was swarm clearing behind me while I shot the Titan with lasers. Oh yeah, this is the new operation. Pretty sure they mentioned that before, but whoever that random was, no better friend, no worse enemy. Hats off to him for single-handedly saving the lethal run and unknowingly helping me get the helmet. So the way this guy's explaining it, it seems like Bulwark could be one of the most important classes in these operations. That heal is huge, and the fact that they can just, kind of tank, but also, yeah, I don't know. I like reading this. This is very, very cool. That Bulwark, probably. Nice little gif there. I think that's from Space Marines 1, right? At least it looks like it. We are Bastion and Blade. My oath is my shield. I have a similar story. I was in a ruthless run fighting the Bio Titan. Acid covered a quarter of the dang map, and we were all running around like headless chickens trying to get an executions off. We all got down, but the Bulwark left the game, and that spawned in a bot with full HP, res me, and saved the game. See, even the computer is great with Bulwark, man. No, but that happened to me before too. When someone leaves and then the bot just comes back with full HP and just reses people, it's actually kind of nice. But yeah, it kind of serves, the Bulwark by being the one to do that. That's pretty cool. On Decapitation, I had one teammate in dead cooldown and another who was down. But when he saw I kept taking hits trying to revive him while the tyrant solely focused on me, he left the game. A bot immediately replaced him, which I believe he did so that the bot would revive or the tyrant would go aggro on the bot. Are people leaving on purpose? This is interesting. I ended up dueling the tyrant and killing it anyway, like 5 seconds later. Wish he stayed and got the win, but appreciate the sacrifice. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough if someone has to leave just to, bring in a full HP bot. I wouldn't want to, have that to be the strat in every operation. It's nice when it happens, but, it's not necessary every time. That is cool, though. At least, you can't say the AIs don't do anything for you. In case anyone isn't aware, executing a Terminus restores everyone's contested health fully. Bulwark doesn't even have to be the one doing the executing. He can just drop the banner when he sees his brother executing a Neurothrope Carnifex Helper. Okay. A lone Shadow Wolves battle brother, though horrendously wounded and on his knees beneath the chapter's standard, attempted to maintain his chapter's honor to the last, for the Shadow Wolves war banner could not be allowed to fall, while as one of the Astartes of the chapters yet lived. The doomed Space Marine held it aloft defiantly, keeping the banner upright and proud, even as the Xenos creatures tore into him. He died in a brutal and glorified manner, which for an Astartes could only be described as a beautiful death. May we all stand defiant until the end. Very, very cool. As Bulwark main, I appreciate the acknowledgement, but I must admit, I'd be dead from Zoranthropes if it weren't for my sniper and tactical brothers. Hey, fair enough. The amount of people not knowing the mortal wound overheal part is staggering. However, dude is 30% HP with mortal wound, picks health kit, I put the flag and nothing. He just stares at me if I misclicked and wasted the flag. That is my exclusive class, I play no other. It is very nice to see the appreciation. Although I have to tell you that while Bulwark is very much an enjoyable class to play on missions involving the Tyranids, it becomes quite less enjoyable while fighting Chaos for whatever reason. Although, the support role is always necessary, especially on Ruthless and Lethal. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do enough Chaos operations, man. I really don't. This coming from personal experience after clearing UPS number 3 and number 4 on Lethal the past couple of days. Okay? But yeah, fighting Chaos's Bulwark can be a pain. I agree. I know the feeling, and as the Bulwark dropping banners, I try to signal my banner drop by pinging people that I have 100% skill charge so they can rally to my location. As a PSA strategic advice to all brothers out there, we Bulwarks are not apothecaries. Our role is to form a strong battle line to fight and have the rest of the squad rally on that point. As such, please do not assume that we will be running your way like a medic does. It's the other way around. If you need health, then come back and rally towards the Bulwark. Okay, yeah. Instead, a Bulwark needs to think like a quarterback and really understand how the battle unfolds. Dropping flags on executions and heals are not the most optimal way to use the banner, because doing so means that you are using the banner as an emergency heal instead of rallying point that was intended for. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's fair. I mean, nothing... Is there a time limit on some of these operations? What happens if you just, like, wait around? Generally speaking, this means that a Bulwark needs... Oh, yeah, you can't wait around. There's going to be hordes. Generally speaking, this means that a Bulwark needs to place a banner where everyone can rally and defend the point while taking the armor recovery benefit. That means where the banner is dropped should be an ideal location where there's enough room within the aura field to lure melee targets into the banner range, trade hits with ranged targets, and dodge and roll large attacks such as Zoanthrope Beam. Practically speaking, a Bulwark needs to tactically assess the battlefield and drop the banner on critical situations. In my experience, there are several common situations where a banner drop is appropriate. The first situation occurs, I don't know why he pinpointed these like this. The first situation occurs when the squad encounters a wave and or enemies where it is expected that your squad's armor bars can be depleted super quickly. In Ruthless or Lethal, this occurs when there are a lot of ranged Minoris enemies pelting your squad in the middle. A banner drop will allow your squad to trade ranged attacks and taking out the ranged targets while the melee threats charge forward towards the banner. Dude, this is like the ultimate, like... Yeah, this is a PSA strategic advice for Bulwark. Yeah, this is good. The banner should be dropped the moment your squad starts to engage with the enemy and dealing damage, because as they deal damage, they will recover contested health fairly quickly via AoE damage, LF to a crowd, melt a blast, grenade launchers, ground pounds. Therefore, you don't need to wait for an execution to happen. The second situation is when fighting Terminus enemies. A banner drop early in the fight can allow your squad to trade and or tank Terminus damages and prevent massive health loss throughout the fight. For example, a properly timed banner drop in between a Hive Tyrant that is focus distracted by a melee brother can quickly replenish the melee brother while he's parrying dodging the attacks, leaving the ranged brothers to dish DPS while recovering health throughout the fight. This drop can be done right around when Minoris Majoris threat spawn during the 50% health interval of the Hive Tyrant fight. Dude, these are great notes. The search situation is the let's clear out mortal wounds with medkits timeout. Doing this at a safe area effectively resets the playing field for everyone before another encounter. So once everyone who had mortal wounds gets a medkit, just drop the banner, heal the mortal wounds. If you want to have another banner, to be safe, just stick around for a minute. Yeah, exactly what I was... Okay, cool. Glad you're able to do do that. Just stick around for a minute and step out into the next combat area once you are 30 seconds away from a full charge. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Obviously, these are just my experiences and thoughts and not necessarily a codified rule. But I have seen too many brothers thinking too narrowly on the bulwark's role and use in the battlefield. While the execution plus banner drop is valid and fantastic heal strategy, in my view, it is not the most optimized use of the bulwark's ability because it forgets the fact that contested health can be gained by dishing out high DPS and that high armor regeneration can prevent health loss in the first place. More liberal use of the banner should be encouraged, especially if it's well communicated to the squad. Yeah, I mean, dude, all of this was really, really good. That is a lot of stuff there. Yeah, dude, bulwarks are really good. I don't really have a lot to add, to be honest. You kind of broke it all down. I normally just like using my banner in fights because I just want to slug it out. You know, I just want to keep fighting, you know. I definitely have to get better with healing my teammates because I didn't know it could be that useful. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of situations here that I need to, you know, better recognize, basically. Okay, yeah, bulwarks are MVPs.